This one. This is the trailer you gotta watch. This is the one that was on the direct, but this is the longer one. It's more content. It's better. To be here instead? That's fair. Hold on, let's do this. Let's do the play-by-play analysis. Hold on, wait. Oh, we can have chat. Sick. No Cyrus, no purchase? L take. Y'all are a bit big. I'll be smaller. God, that's not even readable. Whatever. Go in the corner. That's not, no. Well, this corner is fine. Do you think something copyright striked? Maybe. You never know. We can turn the music off then, which is a shame. I mean, there's no new music in it, but, it's just the games. So we're starting off. First of all, it's fucking gorgeous, right? Like, just, it's so pretty. Hold on, wait. Let's actually turn quality on, something like good. It's fucking gorgeous. They took like the triangle strategy, mastered HD2D art and applied it to this, and it looks so fucking good. And here we have like all 8. Hold on, wait. Here. Yeah, no, Octopath's art style was great, and then they made it better. You know, more detail. The lighting is gorgeous. It's just so fucking good. Here we have all 8 characters, sitting around a campfire, and Agnia the dancer doing a little bit of a dance. It's really they've made a point that this is going to have more character interaction between all the 8 characters. Yeah, they actually made a point about it. They said something on their website that it was a common complaint about Octopath that the characters didn't really interact, and they kind of felt like 8 separate stories they didn't have real interaction. And they're fixing it. They listened to the feedback and they are fixing it. So, yeah, this is the promotional art of them all sitting together. The merchant man is tall as fuck. This is the scholar. That's Agnia. That's, what's her face? Throne. That's Hikari. That's Ochet, the fox girl. And then you have the apothecary and the cleric. So it's the same base jobs as the first game. Yeah, I'm background adventure all your own. Which, like, it's so fucking good. It looks so gorgeous. The animations are a lot smoother than an Octopath, it feels like. So you see, like, you know, you have inns and, yeah, the item shops, so, like, similar to the first game. You have, like, first of all, Ochet, we can see here, has an owl following her, like, in the overworld. So, like, Haunted had Lind, but Lind never showed up outside of battle. But yeah, no, Ochet's got little bird friend following behind her. And here we have like a more like northern area. We see a different party. Here we have Ochet with a fox following her, which seems to imply you can have different ones. So no solar ones anymore. I don't know. So like they haven't actually gone into like that into much detail of that yet. But I'll show you what I mean like when we talk about the map. But this is here it is. So this is the map. If I waited like 4 seconds, whatever. So it's not like a circle like regular Octopath was. It's more of a curved line, and actually goes in Octopath order. We can see the scholar, him, into the cleric, into the thief, into the hunter, into the apothecary. Although this actually is wrong. Because this is Particio, this is Agnia. So technically it should go from Ochet to Particio to Agatha to Temeno, that's his name, down to Hikari. That would be Path, Octopath. So right now it's Octopath. Like AAA studios don't do that anymore. You have the title screen, Octopath Traveler 2. Yeah, here we have Hikari, the warrior. He kind of looks like the main character from Xenoblade 3. We have Agnia the dancer. And she's got like Alphen. Hold on, wait. She's got a dude that looks like Alphen in her promotional art. Oh, I didn't press spacebar. Whoopsies. Yeah, look at that. He's Alphen. And some kids and some dogs. You can definitely tell the sprite animations are a lot smoother. The Patricio the merchant. than they were in Octopath. In Octopath, they were like a little janky compared to this. Like you would never have um, executing their ambition. I mean, yeah, no, the this team has done a lot, and it seems like they're already like got a lot going. It's really ambitious because of how dynamic it gets per playthrough. Yeah, I think what they're gonna end up having is just like separate chapters of individual characters, right? So instead of having a travel banter of Primrose and Ulbrich, you're gonna have once you complete Hikari's chapter 1 and Agnia's chapter 1, you might have a separate story that involves both of them, right? Or a separate chapter that involves both of them that you can go do. But obviously we don't know any of that. This is all like speculation, but it's fun to speculate. Oswald, that's his name. He's Primrose 2.0. He got revenge story, but like what I mean, like his running animation. Like Octopath never had running animations that smooth. They were always they were a lot jankier. They were like a few frames at the most, but this is a lot more. And the fire as well is a lot like it's a lot cleaner. The animation is a lot better. I could say I don't know. Here we have Throne. I mean Mommy. I mean Throne. So there's not much to say. She's if we see the return of freedom. And she slays as hell. Yeah, here we have the cleric. How they interact in, like the dance chapter 4 when the skull is only done chapter 2 versus having done chapter 3. Yeah, I guess that's something to consider. The idea that like characters might progress at different rates. Yeah, they all develop. I think that might just be like a this chapter is implying or takes place during chapter like after they both complete their chapter 1s or whatever. This guy, we don't really know much about him. He seems to be summoning beasts? Wait, hold on. He seems to be like having like summoning spirits. Interesting. Ochette, we can see her owl friend and her fox friend. Yeah. Nothing much there. Casti, we know, is the apothecary who is... That's exactly why I'm calling it so ambitious. That's fair. I think they've been working on this game for the past 4 years. So, well, actually, that's not true. That's probably not true anyways. The Octopath came out 4 years ago, right? So, this game has likely been in development for a while. And honestly... 4 more... That's true! Then it could be 8 years in between. Honestly, I don't know if I could wait 4 years. If they released a trailer and they said, actually, guys, for the joke, we would like to have 8 years in between our first game and our second game. So, wait. I would actually cry. But Casti, the apothecary, wakes up with no memories. Don't know, can't remember. A journey from memories. Their whole gimmick is they don't know what the fuck's going on. Here we have Akari in a burning town. Probably his hometown that's like being attacked. His whole thing is for home, right? Which I can already tell is gonna be a banger theme. Here we have Oswald in a courtroom. I believe his story is that somebody murdered his family, burned down his house like we saw in his thing. Amnesia, my favorite. What a JRPG trope. No, but someone burned down his house and killed his family and then blamed him for it. And so that's his whole revenge story. And he was in jail. This is Casti fighting probably a chapter 1 boss. Here, hold on, let me see. If we can go back to Oswald. Yeah, Oswald, you can see him. He's like in jail. He's chained up. He's writing down. He's plotting his revenge. Yep. Yeah. It even has like the scales. Actually, wait a minute. Y'all wanna? Okay, I know like it could be like a common, it could be a common not trope, but like, aesthetic to have the scales of justice. But I'm just saying this same thing showed up in Triangle Strategy, did it not? So like, I'm not saying it's a connected universe. I'm just saying it's a rather interesting. It's a rather interesting coincidence in parallel. Probably just because, the same team or the same like developers at least. So it could be a nice just nod to triangle strategy, but you never know, you know? Um Oh, this is cute. This is Particio as a child. Oh, so we get a little backstory with him. I thought this was him when I first saw it, but no, it's actually pointing to the kid. Instead of this 3 set, well, Triangle Strategy had the 2 set, did they not? It was like the scales of justice. It was just like choose which option to vote for, and like people vote and whatnot, and like that's how things get done. Yeah, we see Chet's little thing. If we go back a little bit, that's 10 seconds. We see Thorn, and someone fighting. This says we're absolutely 3 set in triangle all the time. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, then there's nothing. Yeah, it looks like Ochet's in like a village of like other animal type people. So she's got a little fox ears and tail. They got their like wolf ears and tails and whatnot. This looks gorgeous. It's just a church town. Agony in her home. The lighting. This has all 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, eight characters all around a campfire. Maybe they'll have that as a mechanic in the game since we saw it at the start. It might actually be like more of a like you find a campfire and you can have all the characters sit around and like you can get things like travel banters back, which would be really cool. And this is where they talk about path actions. Path actions, they're gonna show it off, but it's different. Each character has 2 path actions, one for day, one for night. Here, Hikari's challenge, and it's like Octopath's challenge. It's something really important. Let me see if I can get it. Wait. Okay, I messed it up. So here we get the battle menu, which I don't think they were supposed to show it because it appears for about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 4 frames, right? So what we see under attack is learned skills. And yeah, combo period, figured out things. Yeah, so what we see here is learned skills, and this actually is Hikari's talent. His talent, similar to Beast Lore, that lets you like capture enemies and like use their skills. He actually learns skills from challenging and defeating NPCs. So you get to use NPCs' skills as his own. We don't know how many you can use yet, or like what exactly they're like, but we do know they exist, and which is going to be actually kind of clean, depending on NPCs, of course, how strong the NPCs are. But that makes him like a very good candidate. Yeah, Blue Mage Hikari. Also, hey, what's up, Lex? Yeah, exactly. Full enfeeblement on a character. Maybe. Well, we don't know if there's full enfeeblement in this game yet, right? But it does make Hikari a very good candidate for a starting character. That way you always have access to, you can just check every NPC and like see if they're good and then pick them up rather than having to backtrack. Yeah. Plus he's like at the corner end of the map. Wait, dude, me too. I'm like, when I tell you I like fucking shook when I heard the music start in the direct, I was not expecting it at all. I was like, haha, guys, Octopath 2 in the direct. But like I said it like every direct, so it's not even like a prediction. That's like a joke, And I'm so, oh my god, there's so much content in this 4 minutes 16 seconds. And also what they have on their website, which we can go over as well. But so here, what was I saying? So yeah, so I think Hikari is like a really good candidate for a starting character, because of that talent. I think that talent is like super powerful and like has really high potential. And also a good thing that this shows is we're back to the to warrior having sword and spear. So we're not going to the champions of the continent route with every class having one weapon and they're having fan and book be weapons. We're not doing that anymore. We can see that warrior has spear, and if we go a little bit, if we go back to the, we can see that there's arrows on the spear, so we know that confirms for a fact that he has access to swords. Or, I guess not swords, technically, if they really wanted to change it up, but, like, he has access to 2 weapons. Here we see, Agnia, alluring a rich man NPC. And her performing a lion dance, and then him doing some sort of thing called cleansing chant. Or maybe that was her. It wasn't exactly sure, but here is interesting. So every character now has a day path action and a night path action. So Hikaru, we saw, had a challenge path action during the day, and then as time progresses, not only do NPCs move around, but your path actions change too. So that it's nighttime, Hikaru can bribe, which is essentially Inquire Scrutinize, but using money, similar to Purchase from the first game. And you get information. And Agnia has Entreat, which looks a lot like Steel, but it seems to be gated more by level. So it's like Purchase, if Purchase act like a normal noble path action in the first game. It hurts too much processing any of this. Well, that's why we have the VOD, and I'll probably upload this to YouTube, be a React Andy for a little bit. React content, guys. Introduce your favorite card in Legends of Runeterra. League player. No, this is a path action from Champs of the Continent. But it works like Steel in that game, and it looks like it works differently in this game. So, yeah, there's that. This is just him using bribe on some merchant. There's some cool graffiti on the wall, and there's some awesome lighting, and we can see the more dynamic running poses from Thorn. We can see she's like, I don't know, she's just running. Cool as hell boat. And water. That's a cool telescope. Oswald talking to looks just to be some sort of rich couple or group of people. No, they know nothing about Champs of the Continent. It's free and it's open in the US if you don't mind gacha aspects in your video game. I think it's kind of fun. I've been playing it a lot. I've gotten to like more endgame level stuff, so I think it's neat. Also, they added promos to it, so go to the game. But we see a town. There's some more lighting. There's some more people running through. It just looks really pretty. And then we go into So now we're gonna talk about Agnia's story a little bit. Gonna get into Octopath. That's fair. When I played in Japanese, when it first released in Japanese, I didn't get super far. I think I got to I finished the first 3 stories, and then I just kind of I didn't really finish it. There's so many things I could be doing, but I'm not including games I want to play, not just other applications, not adding another. That's fair. Yeah, my backlog is insane. Yeah, but here's Agnia. She's the new dancer. And she wants to be just like her mom. So she's gonna go to the big city and try to be a dancer. Also, the text looks smoother. I don't know if that's just me, but that looks, the text box and the text moving looks so much smoother than it does in Octopath 1. It's crazy. Yeah. Yep, and here she is. Oh my god, look at the way she runs! She swings her hands from side to side. Look at that. Oh my god. No, this is a cute little town. Here we see an NPC in the turn order and in battle with our team, which is not actually her summoned NPC. The summoned NPC is in front of him, but Gus seems to be the story NPC that I said looked like Alphen. If we go back to here, we can see him in the corner. So what this implies is that story NPCs are actually going to be playable, or not playable, but they're going to join your battle. Because you can see them actually in turn order. They're going to join your team and fight with you in story battles, or just join you for a chapter, which is really cool. And we'll see that later on as well. Here, I don't know, she's yep, there's more story. She's overcoming stuff. And she's dancing, and it just looks, the game looks so pretty. Kind of glad about being this same base jobs. I'm not super confident that they can make it all that different from Octopath 1 jobs. From what we've seen, Dancer doesn't have too much different. Um, we've seen Lion Dance. We haven't seen anything else. Warrior has definitely some new skills, and Thief has some new skills. There's also new jobs to add on. We'll see those later. But we've seen at least 3 new jobs that we haven't had before. And this is Hikari. This is the warrior. He looks like the protagonist from Xenoblade 3. And he runs it smoothly, and his hair flaps in the wind. This is his home before it got burned down. Here, we can see a combat where it looks like more people are joining in battle. So these guys seem like they'll be joining Hikari for this chapter in combat, which would be kind of cool. You can see them running up to like fight more people. Yada yada yada. Really sick scene. You got more people. Will I still be a Rune Lord Merchant? Who knows? I don't know if Rune Lord will be a thing. Looks like the Live Alive. Yeah, Live Alive had a similar art style to this. Yeah, so Hinka is another warrior skill. And we'll see him do a double, like 2 hit. We can't tell if it's sword or spear. Before they added horse mechanics, yeah. He was just like, yeah. Oh, Werner walks so they can run. But we can see the enemies weak to both sword and spear. So we don't know if this is a sword or spear, or both attack. Hold on. Actually, I want to get rid of the watch later so that you guys can see. If you look at the top right, the circle icon next to Hikari is empty. The circle icon is something called latent power. We know this from what Square Enix put on their website. It works similar to special skills in Octopath, that it builds up over time. In this version, it's built up by dealing damage or breaking enemies, and then you can unleash it for a special skill. Heinke might mean something different in a different language. That's true. I don't know. And yeah, it's just sick. He does a little double hit move, fucking annihilates him. He's gone to dust, which is a lot cooler than the dust animation in Octopath 1, not gonna lie. Here he is riding on a horse, and the horse looks sick as fuck. I don't know. This scene looks clean as hell with all the particles and like roses in the front. That's probably gonna be a cool like fight scene. Here we're gonna talk about something, because you can see there's a fuck ton of NPCs in this corner, following the party. In fact, there's 4, which leads me to believe that multiple people are gonna get alert guides type path actions. We already have Agnia, who we know has a lure. We have the cleric, Temeno? Telemeno? Yeah, whatever. They do have the whole squad, yeah. And we also have the Ochet's Fox. So we can either imply from this that Agnia and Temeno, whatever, the cleric and dancer, both get 2 NPCs they can allure or guide, or that Particcio's night path action or day path action, who knows, might be a higher option like we see in Octopath, where you can just, it's like a lure guide, but you pay money for them instead. And Ochet might have something like scaring them, or they can be multiple story NPCs at once. This is true, but they don't look very notable. They look like very classic NPCs, except for the one in the back who is just seems like Ochet's one of Ochet's townspeople, like escorting a group. There's a chance. There is a chance. Yeah, that's a possibility for sure. So let's just, yeah. It does seem their sprites do seem very very generic though. So I'm more inclined to believe that we can have multiple NPC summons at a time. I see it was like 2 to 5 shows. I had no idea how 4 characters with summon won't totally overwhelm anything you could find, unless they rework to break. Yeah, that's true. Side quests, yada yada yada. Yeah, maybe. That's true. Yeah, most side quests are like path action based though in the first game, so we'll see if they change that in the next game. If you can add a story NPC to your party and they just run off to do other chapters. That's it might be a thing in Octopath 1 where they lock you in that chapter. They do it in they do it in Ulbrich. Well, they do it in all the chapter ones, but they do it in Therion 4 as well. I mean, the boys coming to defeat God. Yeah, They do it in Variant 4 where they lock you in when you have the thief outfit on after you steal the dude's clothes. So they might do that if you have a story NPC, but we also don't know. We haven't seen that yet. So there's, yeah, here we have Agnia with who I can assume is going to be her final boss. Boats? There's boat travel, by the way. Here's Throne. I'm going to mix that up a lot. The final boss is always, yeah, it's actually called Dara's dad. So here we see, like, it's a lot more, like, technologically advanced. But according to the, it's Throne, yeah, not Thorn. But, yeah, so it's more technologically advanced, which makes us believe that it's going to be in the future. But we actually know from the tabletop RPG of Octopath in the complete guide, if you bought the complete guide like I did, we know that Orstera as a continent is very separate from other continents, and that kind of hindered its development. So I wouldn't be surprised if this happens sooner to Octopath's storyline than we're expecting. For this is Wi-Fi. Yeah, also we're in boats. We're in boats. There's boats. The fox is sitting in the boat. It's very cute. You see that it's the same 4 people with the same 4 NPCs in the back. So we move in boats. It's awesome. We have a little thing. We have Hikari and Agnia, and some NPC it looks like. So it looks like this is like a interaction between the 2 of them. Cooking system using an air fryer, true. Little thing. And here we have more boat movement. Going through the big ocean part, if I can go back to the map real fast. Yeah. So it seems like we can traverse between this area. Let's see. Let's go back to the boats. Using like actual boat travel between the 2 parts of the continent, and we can also see some floating treasure chests. Because yeah. Oh, you'll see. So this is the sick as fuck animation. I'm just gonna let it play first, and then I'm gonna talk about it. It fucking, like, there's dynamic cameras in the combat. It turns around and makes him face the enemies, and then launches a fireball, which is insane. We can see that his gauge up here seems to be full, so this might be him using a special move. Golden Sun camera, yeah, it's crazy. A few other things to note here in this combat screen is that Hikari has the Insight buff icon, so we can assume that like Insight's coming back on Warrior, because it doesn't look like anyone has sub-jobs right now. We can also see that Throne has a speed buff, which means Thief has some way to buff their own speed, since I don't see Agnia on the team. I don't think anyone has a Dancer subclass on right now. So that's something in it. Here we can see a few interesting things. So first of all, boat combat, hell yeah. Second of all, we have what looks like Merchant Agnia with a cute little hat and a sick-looking spear. We have Particio with a top hat. Instead of a fedora, so he's got a little wardrobe change. We can't really see Casti or Ochette, so we can't really tell if they have any particular sub-jobs icons on, sub-jobs on. But the thing here to note, I knew I was going to go to link character each. You'll see. So the thing to note here is that they actually all have SP and HP regen, which might just be from equipment or from support class jobs or whatever, or support skills, whatever. But it might be from the boat, and we'll see that later on. But boat combat might like give you regen while in the boat, and then she smacks the. I think this spear looks sick as hell. She smacks the bird, or she smacks the fish, and inflicts blind to it. Enemies also get attack animations. 5 turns of blind on attack. Was it 1 attack, or did that rack up? That's fucking sick. Oh, it was. It was 5 turns of blind on 1 attack. And it looks like a chance, though, because it's not proccing on any of the other ones. So it might be a low chance to inflict 5 turns of blind, which is an interesting balance decision. So first of all, this elephant fucker has a sick-looking attack animation. Second of all, we can see Temenos in what looks to be an apothecary outfit. We can see Cassio in what looks to be a warrior outfit, Throne in a merchant outfit, and Particio in a merchant outfit. Um, yeah, yeah. It's the same. It looks to be the same style of enemy that we see in. I cannot remember the name of the dungeon. I'm a fake fan. It's the one outside of Still Snow. But he's there. The big one-eyed elephant. And he fucking moves. It's so great. Yeah, we can see Theron doing some evasion build. We can see Temenos having double regen. So that might be like just an equipment thing, maybe it's a support job thing, or support skill thing. We also see that evasion is dropped, which might be a weapon buff, or might be a weapon factor, or might be a skill factor. One of these jobs might have a skill to lower their evasion. And they're using that. And it might be Throne, actually. It might be Thief, to try to build more towards evasion and being able to dodge his attacks. This is the combat with each of the characters. Maybe they merge Second Wind and Vim and Vigor. Neither one was all that strong. That's probably what it is. We can see here again, the group has has the regens. And hold on, wait. Let's just let's see this from the front, because we can see we can see all the characters in their boats. We can see the individual boat combat here, where Cassidy becomes a harm assist, and just this attack animation looks so fucking cool. What if multi-character attacks, FF4 in the after years? That's, yeah, like multiple characters can like come together for an attack. We don't see anything like that in the trailer, but it is a possibility. If they're like looking for more character interaction, maybe like certain chapters, if you do the joint chapters, that maybe they get like a skill they can do together or something. But anyways, here's Chastity fucking annihilating a bird. And here we have a sick animation, as well as a 1v1 between Hikari and some random dude, maybe akin to the Earhart fight. Although this looks like later in the game, because Hikari has, first of all, 4,000 health. Second of all, red BP. You might not be able to see from the hold on, wait, let me move the mouse out of the way. You can see, actually all their BP is red. Oh, never mind. It might be actually we can see that like there's some red BP. So it seems like in general, actually this is the only time I mentioned it against the only time I noticed it, I guess. But 1v1, my favorite thing in RPGs! Hell yeah. So it honestly looks pretty hype, so I'm excited for it. I feel like BP in general is red now. Here we can see a new thief skill, Disguise, where Throne then becomes Hikari. So what I can imagine this does is either copies, it doesn't seem to copy his actual stats, because you can see her HP and SP remain the same, but it might just allow you to use someone else's skills. And I imagine if you can disguise Hikari, you can also just copy his learned skills. It would be busted with advanced jobs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine getting 2 War Masters. Imagine being able to click Winnie Heals twice. Imagine having like 2 Sorks. But we haven't seen any of those advanced jobs in this trailer. We do see. Okay, first of all, here we have some new jobs. So we have what looks to be sort of like Hex, like Necromancer style mage on Throne, some sort of Gladiator, which we'll get to later, job on Hikari, and a different, like maybe a mechanic, as Particio pulls out a catapult, and launches out to fuck their shit up. Tenemos also looks like he has a new job, but we can't actually tell like anything about it other than he looks like he's got some stuff on. Some new stuff. So here we see what's probably Ochet's Chapter 1 boss. Nothing besides this, nothing to do with this besides her cool ass flip animation. Here we see the Gladiator job in action. Changeable catapult, maybe it's different depends on how much VP you use. That's a good idea. That's probably what it is. That is a sick looking boss, is it not? Hold on, wait, let's go back. Like, look at this. It's so, like, fucking atrocious and amazing. Here we see, actually, Hikaru using all 6 different weapons, which again confirms that bans and books are not coming back. He's him hit with a sword, swipe with a dagger, attack with a staff, and we can see it's a staff because it hits the weak point. And then him swipe up with an axe, which hits the weak point again. And then pierces with a spear. So it seems to be some sort of War Master style class. Sixfold Strike being the Winnie Hield's battle cry of this game. Perhaps, maybe, who knows? We do know that they do mention Elfric by name in the trailer, but we haven't heard anything about any other gods. So there's a chance we get completely new advanced jobs. There's a chance some of them return. There's a chance that we know nothing. Yeah, there's a chance that they just like pull the rug from under us and just say, "Hey, in the post game, you travel to Orstera and get the 4 advanced jobs." You know, we don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. That would be weird. I don't know why they do that, but this seems to be a similar style to War Master, with a much cooler animation. I love the swipe up from who are playing really likes giving that. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so this has it on the whole party, which means it's probably not a boat buff. It's probably like just some support skill or some equipment that you can add on. But anyways, this attack animation just looks sick as hell. Here they cock block us by showing the start of the animation, then not showing it actually hitting. Here we see Ochette running with some monsters. Here, let's go from the back. Go from the start. Look at this! That's so cool. And here we see like a bunch of NPCs like building a town or building a house, which seems to be like as time passes. So it might be something where like you're building a town over time as you like play through the game, similar to if you play Bravely Default or Bravely Default 2. Tiz's town and what is her name? The Moon Colony. What's her face? Oh, I feel so bad right now. I'm not a real fan. This sucks. Yeah, no, but in those games, you would, like, as a side kind of thing, you would build a town over time, and you would get, like, little bonuses. Like, hey, this town has some materials. Hey, this has some potions. Whatever, here and there, right? So this might be something similar, or, like, Nameless Town in Octopath, if you know that. Or something similar where it like progresses over time. Here we see cool ass train cutscene. It's a big fucking train. It's cool as hell. And here we see all the characters back at the campfire again. So yeah, here we have all them. They're around the campfire again, and they're all together. Look out. And then title card. They mark your calendars because it's February 24th. We see it's on. It's launching on Steam this time and PS4 and PS5, not Xbox. Because fuck Xbox, I guess. And it's also on Switch. So, yeah, that's that. And we actually, yeah, there's a whole website. I'll make sure this is working. Okay, cool. Alright. And here we have the new, the continent name, Solistia, launching on Steam. No, Google Stadia, you know you're right. I can't believe it. So sad. Can make a day one Journey's End 2? Dude, please give me you can't do that to me. That's way too much content. Yeah, so we have Solistia, which is the new continent. Octopath 1 is on Stadia, yeah. Which is why we were saying like it's not on Stadia, it's fucked up. And it's like talking about the people. It's bustling era, large vessels navigate busy seas. So this is saying like, yeah, you have trains, you have boats, hell yeah. Key features, yeah. Diverse cultures, flourish, you can see like a lot of it was different, let's see, where is it? Done. If you go back to the map. No, go back. First of all, you can see, like, yeah, a lot of the environments are different. If you go back to the map, you can kind of see more areas. Like in Octopath 1, we had, yeah, Octopath, yeah. We can kind of see that, well, yeah, sorry, in Octopath 1, there were the different areas, right? There was the Frostlands, the Riverlands, the Flatlands, the Highlands, the Clifflands, whatnot, right? Here it looks to be a bit different. You seem to have, like, the deserty area, you got, like, the, more woodsy area, but they seem to definitely still be, like, separated a little bit. You got, like, the snowy area. Yeah, like, some more, like, Riverlands, Flatlands type area. But it doesn't seem to be, like, 8 distinct areas for each character. In fact, these two seem to be in very similar areas, and these two seem to be right next door, you know? So, I think it might just be, like, where you move on to something different. And we can also see that, like, you know, you have your own little islands. There's all different little islands, like, even this one that, like, no one starts in. Like, up to here. Like, there's a lot of different, like, unique areas. Everybody's unique path action. They can use battle townspeople with items, take others along with them, and more. So that's just, yeah, what we already know. The pre-order bonus. Guys, if you pre-order, you can get 5 healing grape M's. Oh, wait, actually, 2 rev dips is huge. Wait, I was just making fun of this, but, like, this is funny. This is insane. And this is money. That can be sold at a later date. Yada, 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 yada. A bunch of media stuff. This thing. This is actually by Square Enix, which is kind of funny. It reads like a BuzzFeed article, but it's actually Square Enix. There's a few things to note here. You have the different characters. You have Octopath Traveler. 5,000 leaves. I'm rich. Yeah. Yada yada yada. And yeah, the day and night cycle, big thing. It just grow a tree, infinite leaves. Yeah, true. But the day and night cycle is, like, extremely important. Or it seems like a big feature in the game. First of all, your path actions revolve around it. But, like, NPCs seem to move and change depending on what time of day it is. Which means, like, yeah, it's just, there's a lot more. It's awesome. And, like, lighting looks so pretty. It's a standalone game. You know, yeah, so it seems to be not really, like, connected. I'm sure there will be, like, nods to Octopath. If there's not at least one cameo or, like, one mention of an old protagonist, I would be surprised. You feel immediately at home. You notice an enhanced. Yeah, you can tell just from watching the trailer. It's great. Yeah, the multiple path actions. Yep, they just show off what we already know in the trailer. The break boost system is back. Latent power. This is what we were talking about earlier. So latent power is the special skills. These may actually replace divine skills, but we don't really know yet. We haven't seen divines, but there's a possible chance that they do. So the gauge fills up as you deal damage and break foes, and you can use it to, like, you know, a really powerful attack. And it seems like if we hold on, let's see if we can find some combat. Hold on, wait, let's so what we can see is, like, okay, well, this one's empty. Let's see. Okay. Breakless boost systems can be a lot more interesting then. Ugh. Limit breaks. Seems like clerics won't get the chance to use them if it's just damage. Yeah. That's fair. But we can... So, what I want to show here is that each of the characters' special gauges are different colors. You know, you can see Cassidy's is blue, Hikari's is red, Throne's either empty or black, and then Oswald's is white. And you can see it continuing here. My theory... And Ochette doesn't even have one. That's weird. Why doesn't she have one? Huh. That is strange. Huh. So I guess she doesn't have one then. Or maybe this is just an early part of the game and, like, they didn't develop it yet, so it's not in. Since they do see, like, gameplays and final and whatnot. But you do see that all their colors are different despite having different jobs. Like, Throne's is, Throne has Merchant, Pertitio has Thief, and yet Throne's icon is still purple and Pertitio's icon is still yellow. My theory is that these special skills, these latent powers, Um, maybe she's so broken. Yeah, maybe. Um, they're character specific and not job specific. If they are character specific, then they'll be like another way to like differentiate and like give each character a unique identity. Maybe so Charlotte doesn't have a real talent art in Xenoblade. Maybe I don't know. I don't play Xenoblade, but if it's like character specific, I think they'll be really sick because then, um, each character can like have because like right now in Octopath, the only real identity a character has is their base job, which only really matters when we're talking about advanced job combos and their talent, right? For like most of the game, your base job means nothing because you can just switch. Like Ophelia Dancer and Primrose Cleric have like almost the exact same like they're almost the exact same character, right? Not only do they have the same talent, but the same jobs. The only thing different is their stat lineup, right? And we all know that doesn't matter. So I think this would be a great way to introduce like more uniqueness and more identity to each of the characters. Yeah, shut up. Characters interact more. Yeah, this is a huge one. This is a huge one. Share additional stories. That's what I was talking about when I was saying like there might be like different chapters that include like Agnia and Hikari have their own have like a individual chapter with just them, and you can see one of the most common requests was they wanted interaction. They received. They're more interaction. Yeah, they're just saying here that additional stories will unfold between the protagonists as their journey progresses. Which is sick. They also showed this, which which I was thinking about it at first, but I didn't think it was. But this looks like it's actually Thorn and Oswald fighting. Which would be sick. Yep, we got the art style looks amazing, and there's a physical edition. There's a collector's edition. Here, let's see. If I go like Nintendo Switch, collector's edition, you can get it for $180. But it's okay. No, please. Can I like get a bigger image? There it is. Okay. So first of all, you get extended battle tracks. You get a big art thing. You get more art, and you get like little figurines of all the characters, which is, kind of insane. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks really sick, to be honest. They'll probably have like bonus tracks on it because this is extended battle tracks. So it might have like bonuses on it, which would kind of like how we had the Break Boost and Beyond album for Octopath, where they have like Break and Boost remixes of some songs and the Beyond ones, really good. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if there's any other things really to talk about. Yada yada yada, that's all things we know. Or before day one, yeah, fair. Yeah, there's nothing else. I'm just really excited about this. This is just like, this is so, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this.